guys want to be featured in an episode of Dirty Talk, to email me, to Discord me your story. And again, it should go a little something like this. Hi, Dick Witch. My name is CatLover42, and I am a young single woman living in the Midwest, or living in the USA. My problem is that I love this guy, but he cannot stand cats. And that is my dilemma. Dick Witch, do you have any advice on this situation? Something like as simple like that. It can be very complex. It can be about your psychic abilities if you need help or have any questions about development in that area as well. It can be about love. It can be about relationships, friendships, sexy time, literally anything that you guys want to have questions or ask questions on. For some of you guys too, I will even be pulling a couple cards and getting a little spiritual with it as well. I am going to be answering them and addressing them in the next season of Dirty Talk. So if you want to be featured, be sure to Discord me or email me, because we are going to be getting extra dirty with it. Ah! Okay, but I love you guys. Let's get right into the video today. Yay! Hello everybody, and welcome to today's pick a card reading. Today we are going to be doing your next glow up, what you need to know to get to the next level, okay? So this is going to be all about you guys today. I'm very excited, so let's go ahead and jump right into things. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. If you need a close-up on the cards, pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. And let's go on ahead and jump right into things today, okay? Woo! Alrighty, hello to those of you who chose pile number 1. This beautiful card all about the Great Gathering. So it's all coming together, intuitive hits, and soul tribe. So I really feel like spirit guides are already pushing you in the direction of listening more to your intuition, trusting yourself a lot more when it comes to decisions, because at the end of the day, you are going to do what you want to do, and people who are actually genuinely in your soul tribe are really going to push you along and just make sure that you are doing whatever makes you happiest in this lifetime, and not just whatever they feel is like protecting you or the safest or stuff like that. Because yeah, I just heard this the other day, and it's like, you should never trust advice from somebody that is not already where you are at, or from somebody that, has never experience the life that you want to live. Like, you should never really, and that doesn't mean for like every single situation, obviously. Like, if you want to go to your parents, if you want to go to your friends, stuff like that. But I'm just saying that like the people that are genuinely in your soul tribe are really going to favor your intuition and are going to help you sort of listen more to your intuition. So that is really interesting. Alrighty, let's go on ahead and get some more information here. Feminine, softness, delicate, passionate love with the hibiscus, and lavender is silence, serenity, calmness. Yeah, so they're really stressing to me that like you guys are a lot more intelligent than I think you guys even make it out to be for yourself. You guys have a lot stronger of an intuition than I feel like you guys even realize. Again, for yourself, you guys just really have to realize that doing what you love is your intuition. Like, point blank period. Doing whatever makes you feel the most happiest and the most love and free and kind of excited, maybe a little bit scared sometimes because it's something that you're not used to, but that in itself is like incredible. And that is exactly what you want to be looking for when it comes to your intuition. It's doing what you love. It's like sitting in silence and just kind of like observing what thoughts come into your brain. That's really what they're stressing too. So in order to glow up and get to the next level, you guys are really going to have to be embracing your feminine side and listening to yourself, doing what makes you feel the most passionate, driven, energetic, energized, not things that energetically drain you, because those are the things that are going to end up like wasting your time, wasting your money, just wasting rather than giving, you know, because you guys are super like intelligent. Again, like they keep screaming this in my ear. Like you guys are literally so much smarter than you actually give yourself credit for. Like if you think about, how should I say this? Like it's so hard to iterate the feeling sometimes. So basically what they're making me feel is that like there might have been times in your life in which like you've been disappointed or something like didn't necessarily go your way, and you were like, oh my gosh, okay, so my intuition was incorrect. But that is not true. Sometimes, like, we have to go and learn certain things before we can get the blessings, okay? Before we can get the things that we are actually meant to receive. Yeah, and I just saw this post today that was so wonderful of this guy that there was a branch hanging down in his yard because it had a ton of fruit on it. And he's like, this is just to show you that sometimes branches don't bend just because the wind is strong or just because the storm is heavy. Sometimes your branches bend because they're bearing the biggest fruits that we've ever seen in our life. So just keep that in mind, especially when it comes to your glow up season in your era. Like you might have gone through a lot of like injustices or hardships or stagnancy or just a lot of things, but remember that a lot of that stagnancy comes from not trusting ourselves, comes from not making those moves, comes from judging those little teeny tiny intuitive hits that we get, okay? Yeah, because there's a song that's coming to my head too. It's like basically, okay, I'll keep going, but I'll try to think of it. Yeah. But it totally aligns with this pile, and I lost it because I can't think of the song, and now I lost the lyrics too. So we'll just keep going, and it'll probably come back to me. Softness, delicate, and passionate love. So just keep chasing whatever makes you guys feel the happiest, whatever makes you feel the most passionate in life. That is what life is all about. It's not always about like, you know, doing things the correct way, in the right way, because there is no such thing as a correct or a right way to do life, okay? Life is all over the fucking place. It's all kind of about like playing the game, but the game has no rules and you're kind of blindfolded at the same time. So that is why you have to listen to your intuition and just trust yourself, because ultimately, yeah, like you guys know that you have your back in situations, okay? You know you have your own back in situations. So even if you get forced into hardships or hard situations, you've always managed to come out of them and come out on top. So what makes you think that you cannot handle this next season that's coming in here? Because it's going to be very important for you guys to be very confident and to be very self-assured, because I feel like you guys are going to get some major blessings here, especially when it comes to your career. Look at this! Ah! Oh my god, okay. Literally, they are saying vitality, intelligence, good fortune. So again, good luck. I feel like you guys are really going to come into a period of good luck the second that you just start trusting yourself and realizing that you ultimately know what's best for yourself. Nobody else knows what's best for you. Nobody else knows how to handle situations because they're not in your shoes. They're not in your situation. So how can you expect them to give you the advice that you need to hear? Like the advice that you need to hear is already within yourself. And I know that you guys hear that all the time, and it's kind of like an arbitrary, like, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? The advice is already within myself. But it's within these periods of silence and calmness that our intuition is actually able to speak its loudest and come through. It's in the times in which we are not thinking. We're just like, kind of just like falling asleep at night, right? Or like waking up right in the morning. Boom, intuition hits. Or dreaming at night. Dreams are like the best place because that's actually when your waves are like their most active. So then spirit guides are able to actually get information into your brain because your frontal lobe is shut off. So you literally like can't have any logical opinions about things. So therefore it's a lot easier for your intuition to shine through here. So just kind of think about that. Like it's in the periods of silence. So when you're laying down at bed at night, put your phone aside and just really kind of like think and visualize about the life that you want to see for yourself, no matter how tiny and how small the details might seem. Like you could literally be like, I want this rug in my life. Like, I don't really know, like, anything specific like that. Like, this is what I want my bedroom to look like. This is what I want my job to be like. This is how lucky I am. I get random bouquets of flowers, which has literally happened to me, you guys. Like, you have no idea the amount of bouquets of flowers that I just received from people. Like, it's not even just, like, from my partner. It's just from life. Like, I walked into a coffee shop one day, and I complimented them on their flowers. And they were literally like, oh, here, take them, please. And I was like, what? They're like, yeah, none of us want these flowers, and we can't technically have these here because it's not like up to code or whatever. And so they're like, just take the flowers. So I feel like that's kind of your lesson for life right now, is just to really take the flowers. Like, take the good aspects of your life, be grateful for everything that comes your way, admire and appreciate every single little teeny tiny thing that comes your way, but ultimately know that, like, your happiness is going to start cycling back here because you guys are listening to what makes you the happiest, not because of some playbook that somebody else has written out for you guys. I don't know why that's coming through so strongly today. You guys could have very, like, judgmental parents, or maybe not even like judgmental, but they just hold you to a very high standard. There could just be people around you that hold you to a very high standard, friends, partners. So I really feel like the more that you guys listen to your intuitive hits, the more that everything is just going to start working out for you guys, and you're going to start attracting people that really make sense for you. And it might, upset some people in the short term, but you have to think about, like, the long-term goal. Like, will these people be mad at you long-term when they see you, when you're finally popping off, making a ton of money, actually making a living doing this, inspiring other people? Probably not. But the fact is, you are not, like, there physically right now. And so people will obviously have a lot of judgments and a lot of, like, things that they want to say about your life, but that is none of their business, honestly. Like, sure, they can say whatever they want about it, but it's not going to affect you guys. Like, you're really listening to just what makes you happy right now. And I love that. I love that for you guys. Yes. You're really going to start to see blessings, good luck, lots of love coming in for you guys. Things are really paying off for you. And yeah, they're telling me that, like, it's not something that you can see right now with your eyes, like this major goal that you've been going for, this major event, listening. I just realized my chair is squeaking. Listening to your intuition more. But ultimately, you guys are getting there, and things are happening for you. Things are moving in the right direction. You guys have to, like, come back at life with this, like, new fresh energy. Everything that comes on your path is a blessing. I don't care if that's, like, a meal that you're having for dinner tonight. That is put on your path. That is a blessing. The fact that you're able to afford food, the fact that you were able to cook yourself a nice meal and make it for yourself or buy it for yourself from somewhere, like, that is such a blessing in itself. So I really want you guys to start looking at the world with more of, like this entire place is wonderful. Like, look at this place. Like people have built freaking houses out of rocks. Like, what? Like, I can't believe that, people look around us and they just get so consumed with, like, material goods and material things, and I need this and I need this. But it's like, why do you need that $14,000 camera to start your YouTube channel? Like, why isn't an iPhone just good enough for you? Like, you don't need that good of a camera if you have that good of a personality. Like, oh, that's what's really gonna pay off for you. Or, like, photography or writing. Like, why haven't you started to write that book yet? What is stopping you? Who is stopping you? Is it yourself? Is it other people? And if it's other people, maybe it's time that you take a little step back from them. Or don't tell them, even better, that you're working on these things, or that you have these things in mind, or that you're planning these things. Because it seems like Yes, and here we go. They're putting this judgment on you, and it in turn is making you judge yourself. Yes, okay. There we go. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. They brought me right back around to the song. It's called Let's Get Moving into Action. Yes, and it says, if you hesitate now, that's a subtraction. So let's get moving into action, okay? Ooh, that gave me chills. Hell yeah. Because it's all about, like, if you guys literally hesitate, that is immediately already a subtraction. So the second that you feel yourself hesitating, say, you know what? I'm not going to listen to that side of myself today. Like, it's kind of Amber Scholl saying, like, but what if it is? You know? Like, it might not happen, but what if it does? You know? Like, but what if it does? Like, just start thinking like that. Like, the second that you start doubting yourself or doubting your intuition or doubting anything that comes into your life, really ask yourself, okay, that's cool that you think that, you know, me, myself, I'm not going to make it. But what if it does, you know? Yeah, and they just showed me, like, Lady Gaga, when she was in high school, people made a Facebook page about her that literally was titled her name, so Stephanie, Lady Gaga will never be famous, basically. And it had, like, her picture on it. It had, like, I think over 12 followers, I believe, or something like that. But that's, like, a lot of people to be putting you down and to feel so strongly about you not becoming famous that they literally make a Facebook page about you. But what kind of power does that give to you? I don't know about you guys, but the second that somebody doesn't believe in me and verbalizes it and makes it very known to me that they don't believe in me, I get like 10 times more revved up to prove them wrong. I'm like, you thought that I wasn't gonna do this? Okay. You thought. Bye-bye, I'm gonna do it. And then guess what, bitch? I do it. And you guys do too. So start proving these people wrong, because that's what they are. They're wrong. And that's okay. It's okay. Everybody's gonna be throwing their opinions and throwing their, you know, their BS at you. But it's how you sort of handle it, how you take it, and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna put up with this. Yeah, Knight of Swords them, okay? You guys are like fiery. Like, that's why I'm getting this passionate love coming from you guys as well, because it's like, this is your baby. Nobody's gonna F with it, okay? Even if your baby is like your childhood self that you are just really going to want to make happy and really going to want to like start living your life, you know, that is exactly what's going to give you that passion. It's like, no, you can't talk to me that way, because if them talking to you that way is them talking to your childhood self that way. So, like, if you think about it that way, you get so much more protective of yourself. You get so much more protective of your own emotions, who you have around you, the kind of information that you intake on your daily life, because there's so much of it out there too, you guys. They just told me, like, check over your social media and go on an unfollowing spree. Like, now's a great time, because you guys really just need to be surrounded by a very specific energy, okay? And it's nothing against these people. You can even just go on a muting spree. Like, if you guys don't want to be like super, you know, like, if you don't want to like unfollow somebody basically, but it's like the energy is just too much for you. Yeah, I'm getting throat chakra blockages. It's almost like, yeah, they're telling me you almost need to like make these people unfollow you as well, because it makes you feel very restricted. You guys have a lot to say in this lifetime. You have a lot of really, really, really good words. I'm getting like, yeah, I'm seeing the sky blue like aura to you guys. So you guys could be very good public speakers, motivational speakers, singers, authors, podcasters, you know, interviewers, whatever it is. You guys are really, really, really good, and you have really powerful words, and it feels like there's somebody in your sphere right now, like that could even be just following you on Instagram, that just isn't it, you know, like they're really just not it, basically. So just watch out for that. Be cautious for that. Make sure that you guys are making really strong, empowering decisions. Oh my God, we literally got the Ace of Wands here as well. So yeah, I absolutely see that you guys are just so passionate. You're so fiery. You guys could definitely be a fire sign. Like, I don't even know why I didn't say that before, because oh my God, there's so much fire energy happening here. But if you're not, just disregard that. There could just be fire in your chart somewhere. Or again, you guys could just be really, really, really fiery. And yeah, and I feel like, especially with this like femininity, like it's really your guys' time to just shine. Like get your oh my god, they literally just played sexy back in my mind. They said, get your sexy on. Like that's what they literally just said in my mind. That's freaking amazing, spirit guides. Thank you. Yeah, get your sexy on, okay? Like it's time for you guys to really just like feel yourself and remember who you are. What you came here to do is a lot bigger than the missions that people have sort of like belittled you to. So make sure that you guys are standing up for yourselves. But you know, even in saying that too, like you guys can nonchalantly do it. Like you don't have to be like beefing with anybody or causing drama. Like no, like that's not us here, okay? Like we're very just like work on ourselves kind of vibe, right? Like you guys are smart enough. You're adored by so many people. I really see happiness is going to be coming back to you guys. You guys are going to be saving a lot more money. I see a lot of money coming your way that you guys are actually going to be able to save and invest in your future, okay? It's always important to be investing in your future. So I'm just going to peek through my little tea leaf reading cards. There's a lot of like phrases on these, so I just get pulled to whatever one. Cow, prosperity, security, and abundance. Cow is linked with money symbol, means increased income. Okay, literally, what did I just say? So yeah, I totally feel like this group is very concerned about finances, maybe job, maybe something like that. Maybe you guys want to start like a business or a YouTube channel or a side hustle, but you're just not trusting yourself enough to do it. But the fact of the matter is, it's like you guys can do anything that you put your mind to, just because you put your mind to it. There is no secret sauce to it except for that. It's all determination. It's all like, yeah, it's not willpower. It's like you literally have to pull yourself to do it. Like you're drawn to it, right? And if you don't, then you feel like you're missing out on something, you know? So definitely just trust your intuition. Know that what you are meant to do in this lifetime will really, really, really help out a lot of people. So yeah. Okay, that one doesn't say anything. Hold on. Rabbit, a need for bravery. Okay. And so that's exactly what we were talking about when it comes to like your family members, right? I feel like your next glow up is really just going to be about, or your friends, your partner, or whoever's like really affecting you guys. But I really feel like your next glow up is all going to be about like taking your power back and remembering who you are, getting your passion back, sitting in your own silence, just being a lot more lucky, a lot more fortunate, getting a lot more gifts just randomly from the universe, attracting a lot more people in the end that are going to really respect and admire you for following your own passions and your own dreams. And they're really also just going to push you in the right direction and encourage you every single step of the way. So that is really, really incredible. I do want to finish off here with a little bit of love radio today. But I was thinking instead of love radio, we should do like my new little playlist, Bimbo Bunny, which is so cute. It's like, it's got a little country, a little hip hop. It's got basically everything that I just fell in love with over the summer. So if you guys want to check it out, it is on Spotify. But let's shuffle it. It just has a lot of really good like confidence boosting music. So let's see what they have to say about your glow up today. Ooh, I love the rhyme. Heart to break. Okay. Yeah, so they're basically saying like, because she says like, because no one else can do it better. That's why I give you my heart to break. They're like, you need to stop this. You have to stop giving your heart to other people or taking advice from other people that you know are just going to make you mad, or you know that are just going to end up like disappointing you or making you feel lesser than. Like, it's really important that you guys like stop and focus on yourself more and stop giving your heart away to people and your business ideas away to people and your ideas overall away to people, like without establishing them yourself first and getting your foot with them first, because the more confident that you are, the more established that you are in your goals, especially in business endeavors and, you know, things like that. Maybe even going back to school part-time, they just said. But whatever it is, like, what? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh my God. Literally, whatever it is, you guys are doing amazing. Basically, yeah, I think I was gonna say, like, you just have to start trusting yourself more, obviously. Like, with anything like that, it's a big, like, practice. It's a big decision. So you really just want to make sure, there we go, that you're getting your footing and your grounding first. So then, like, other people's opinions won't affect you as much about your business. Okay, but let's keep going and get you guys some more messages here. So this song is Noche de Sirenas. Sirena, like, it's about sirens, basically. This is by Sophia Reyes and Mariah Angelique, and I love this song. So basically it's about sirens and how your energy is just, like, so calling into other people. Like, you're so attractive, you're so illuminating, you're so magnetic, and so you're really just going to be getting a lot of attention and a lot of things coming in here for you guys. So that's why it's also important that you get your priorities straight, so then you're not just, like, wearing yourself thin trying to please everybody. Like, that's why they're really trying to get you guys to just follow your gut and listen to your gut, because it's always going to have you talking to the right people, okay? So yes, my beautiful pile number 1, those are all the messages that I got for you guys today. I love you all so much from the bottom of my titty heart. I'm praying that this brought you all some clarity, and if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Hey, we're a fun little party group over here. We love to talk about, you know, tarot and psychic stuff, but I also do have my bachelor's degree in psychology, so you know a bitch always loves to put a ton of accuracy and logic into all of my readings. So please, if you're into that, definitely subscribe, baddies. But yes, I love you all, and I will see you very soon, okay? Alrighty, hello to those of you who chose pile number 2, this gorgeous, you're already doing it, okay? So stop overthinking and keep facing your true north. So this is kind of like a similar vibe actually to the last pile, which is a lot about just, like, trusting your intuition. So if that is more of what you're looking for today, that is definitely part of the message for you guys. But I'd really like to look more into this. Yeah. This is really kind of interesting. They're already bringing up, like, physicality. There could be something a lot of you guys are, like, overthinking within yourself, like, physically. But it could also be, like, romantic. So I'm kind of curious to see what this is about. So prepare, readiness, and awareness. Ooh, this is interesting. So you guys are definitely preparing for something in your life. What is this, spirit guides? Can you please give us a little bit more information? Thank you. Never forget friends who are absent, remembrance, and pupacity, malevolence, sabotage. Okay, so I definitely feel like you guys could really be, this is interesting. They're basically like you guys are basically already preparing yourself for this next level, right? Like, you're already doing it, you're already glowing up. But there's something here to do with, like, your guys' overthinking can actually sabotage, like, some stuff for you guys. So in this next glow up level of your life, that's something that you have to start to let go of, is the overthinking, because you're already doing it. So stop trying to, like, change yourself or fit some sort of stereotype, or, you know, do something that's just not you guys, because you guys are literally, like, facing your true north, and your overthinking can actually end up sabotaging situations for you guys. So yeah, so basically the kind of, like, example that they're giving me is, like, say that you guys are, like, a pop star, right? And like, you've been, like, singing your entire life, like, you love it, and you're not quite a pop star yet, but you just have that, like, je ne sais quoi about yourself. Like, you just have that kind of aura about yourself, basically. But, like, say, for example, this person, like, goes to finally sign with a major record label, and the entire time they're like, oh my God, like, I don't deserve this. Why am I here? What am I doing here? What is going on? You know, like, just kind of overthinking everything. And then they go into the meeting and they end up backing out of the deal because they feel like they don't deserve it, or they feel like, you know, like imposter syndrome in a little bit of a way. So I feel like this is basically saying that, like, you guys can self-sabotage some situations for yourself, and this can even like reflect in love and romantic relationships too, they're telling me. Like, you guys could kind of overthink, does this person really like me? Like, is this person actually going to do this? Is this person, you know, blah 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 blah. But I feel like this is really just meant to be more about what can you guys do. Okay, but basically, like, there's somebody that's really, really into you guys, but if you keep overthinking the connection, then you end up sabotaging it because you think that, like, these little teeny tiny things that they're doing wrong is actually, like, they don't like you, right? Or they're just leading you on, or, like, something like that. So I feel like in this next stage in your life, like, this is something that you guys have to recognize within yourself and then let go, because it is definitely something that can hold you back, right? Like, I feel like there's a lot to do with, like, you guys are about to maybe receive like the opportunity of a lifetime, and spirit guides really want you guys to be prepared and ready for this and to stop overthinking. Like, they're like, we've been preparing you for this like forever. Like, we just want you to be aware and to be ready that this is coming, because this is the opportunity of a lifetime, and you were made for this. Like, you were literally put on this planet for this opportunity. So you have to stop overthinking every little teeny tiny step and every little teeny tiny detail, because sometimes it's not always about little picture. Sometimes it's about big picture. Where do I want to be in 5 years? You know, where do I see myself? Where's my glow up taking me? Where is this next journey of my life taking me? Like, yeah. And it says, never forget friends who are absent and remembrance. So I definitely feel like there could be somebody that's going to be reaching out to you guys, like, for your next glow up, like, opportunity, career wise. I totally see that you guys are coming into like a lot of money. Somebody could be remembering you guys, and there could be some sort of a friend connection here, like a LinkedIn friend connection that gets you connected with this person, and this friend like recommends you to this person for a job because they think that you're perfect for it, yada yada yada. Or yeah, like, this person could just be friends with this person. They're like, oh, I never put two and two together, but you guys definitely should meet each other. I feel like, you know, like, you wanted to become a pop star, and I know somebody that's a producer, so let's connect you guys and let's get you working together. Which, by the way, you guys can always work with my boyfriend if you want to, underthemoonstudios.com, or studio.com, sorry. I'll link that below too. But he's an introverted producer, so everything is basically done at home, which I love. That's like my kind of producing, right? Like, I don't want to like go anywhere. I just want to be comfortable and in my own element, in my own energy. Yeah, self-esteem, sensuality, debauchery, and fruitfulness and abundance. They're telling me that, like, the more confidence that you have within yourself, and the more that you can recognize like just how beautiful and how talented you are of an individual, the more fruitful and abundant you will actually end up being in this next glow up chapter of your life. So make sure that you guys are not self-sabotaging, that you are falling back in love with yourself, that you are hyping yourself up, and you're realizing that you are exactly where you're meant to be. Yeah, there's somebody that I actually went to school with that is now on the Forbes 30 under 30 list, which is kind of like, that's like revolutionary. Like, that's insane. And even she herself posted about it, but she posted about the fact that she has imposter syndrome. Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, knocking things over. Look at that. See, when I said imposter syndrome, I knocked stuff over. So you can see how that even just like self-sabotages itself. It has a ripple effect. So it's all about being confident within yourself. And yeah, she has an incredible company. She's literally working with one of the people from Shark Tank actually on her business, and yet she feels imposter syndrome. So you're not alone in this. Like, everybody experiences feeling like they don't belong, but the difference is that some people fake it till they make it, you know? Some people, like Rihanna, have literally admitted to faking it and being like, you know what? Like, I'm not super confident in myself in this. I don't know everything, but I'm willing to learn and I'm willing to do it. And those are the two things that set me apart from hundreds of thousands of other people that also want this dream. If you're not willing to learn and adapt, then you're not going to go anywhere. And you guys are unbelievably willing to learn and adapt. As a matter of fact, just think about how much you guys have learned and have grown just in this 1 year alone. Okay? A lot. Like, you guys have done a lot. You guys have been preparing for this exact moment. There could be some like hints within what you've been working on this year that could be alluding to what you're going to be doing in the future. Like, for example, like I have been doing a lot of marketing and stuff like that, and now it's really coming full circle and it's starting to apply to this channel as well. And I'm going to be doing a major rebranding, which you guys might be looking at a little bit, little teeny tiny bits at a time here, with a thumbnail and some other things on my page. So yeah, it's all just kind of like a little bit of a ripple effect, isn't it? Life is so full circle. So nothing that you have been doing has been just random. Like, everything you do has a purpose. Yeah, 3 of Cups is here. Never forget friends who are absent. Victory. King of Cups, 3 of Swords. Okay, yeah. Basically what they're making me feel is that, like, you guys could have gone through a relationship breakup or ending, or friendship ending, something that made you guys feel like a lot less confident in yourself. Something that made you guys feel like you weren't worthy of the life that you're dreaming of, which is so sad, and I'm so sorry that you felt that way, because that's horrible and nobody should ever make you feel that way. But I'm getting that by you guys pouring a lot of this love back into yourself, you're really going to come out of this so much stronger, okay? You're not going to take shit from anybody, because you guys are now that bitch. Okay, you're coming back like a phoenix from the ashes. You are somebody that they thought that they had burned down to the ground, okay? You were somebody that they thought that they could have just taken advantage of, done whatever with, and threw you into the dirt, and boom, there you are. But no, you guys are so over it. But that's why you guys have this major like overthinking period. It's because you went through something like this with somebody that literally just sort of tore you apart bit by bit and made you feel like you didn't deserve this life, or that you weren't worthy of this life, or that you weren't good enough to be that dream person, when that is simply just not true. People tell you bullshit lies like this because they see how incredible you are and they want to drag you down, okay? Whew. Yeah, 3 of Cups here. So there could have been like third-party involvement. There could have been, you guys could have been cheated on, which I know can definitely take a lot of your confidence away from you. But do not give your confidence away to those people that have hurt you, okay? You guys are stronger than that. You're more powerful than that. And all of this overthinking is literally coming from these horrible people, these horrible situations. It's this trauma. And it's time that you guys release that trauma and let it go and say, you know what? You might have thought of me as that way, but I do not think of me the same. I think of me however I want to think of me, and I will be that person. That highest version of myself, I am already that. Woo! And you guys are already that just by being yourself, okay? Just by loving yourself and pouring back into yourself and giving yourself more of that confidence and that strength and that beauty, because you are confident and you are strong and you are beautiful and you are talented and you are here to accomplish a lot more than any of these crusties ever could think about or ever could even dream about doing. You guys are about to enter a major winning season. 6 of Wands screams victory. You guys are victorious, and everybody's gonna be seeing it, okay? So you're gonna be getting a lot of like mixed reactions, you know, people acting out of hate and out of jealousy versus people acting out of love and out of light. So only listen to the people that are really acting out of love and out of light for you. Yeah, and don't overthink it, because you guys were made for this shit, okay? Like, you guys were literally starseed made for this shit. Like, this is your life, and you can do whatever you want with it. Don't ever let anybody, especially the people in your past that have hurt you, especially these past traumas that are still trying to grab hold of you and hold you back from achieving and accomplishing more things than you could ever dream of. Don't let them hold you back anymore. This is literally your sign that you could still have some of these traumas and some of these things that are reflecting and overthinking, and you have to start addressing them so then you can move forward and become better. Woo! Better, baddie. Okay. Ooh, changes in life with the broom here. It could signify a new home. So I really feel like you guys are kind of like they're telling me like rehoming yourself in a way. Like, it's very strange. I don't know why they're saying that, but it's like you guys are basically moving into something that's a lot newer, and you're kind of sweeping out the dusties of your life. Oh, okay. I like that a lot. But yeah, so you guys could literally actually want to sweep your house. If you find that the energy in your life is stagnant, it's time to cleanse your space, okay? It's just cluttered with a ton of energy that can just no longer sit there and rest there anymore. It's time for you guys to sweep your house, okay? Get the energy moving and push the energy out. So that way we can bring some more energy in, okay? Yeah, sweeping brooms, like brooms are a very big symbol for witches, and it's because of like the tradition of sweeping and the kind of removal of negative energy that sweeping brings. So yeah, super cool if you guys wanted a little witchy fact there. But whenever you guys are feeling this like stagnancy or overthinking, or there's a lot of emotion on you, just get out your broom and sweep up a storm. Like, kind of takes your mind off of things, gets your house cleaned, like gets the energies out, open up your windows, like get some air flowing in there. Yeah, we keep getting this like astrological one. Okay, and you also have penguin here. So interesting news is coming in for you guys. So interesting news. I feel like it's gonna be something that's like buzzworthy. You know, that's the kind of word that's coming to my mind whenever I hear interesting news together. Like, that means like it's going to be something that's very enticing and something that people want to read, want to hear, want to see. Almost like Forbes 30 under 30, you know, like you are going to be the talk of the town. Continued or improved health. So if you guys are worried about your health right now, know that it is going to improve, especially the more that you guys sort of rid of this negativity, especially like cord cutting, cleansing, sweeping the house. Like, a lot of the time we can be sick because of the energies that are sort of stuck in our life too, and the people that are affecting us and draining us. So it's important to always make sure that you are getting rid of those energies so then you are not getting sick all the time. Ooh, I love this ivy leaf. Faithful friends will help you on the road to prosperity. Ooh, so I love that. Yeah, exactly. So there could have been like this cheating situation or whatever. Could have been friends too. Could have been a couple friends that were just talking behind your back that, you know, were jealous of you, jealous of your situation. Even if it didn't seem like it, they probably were in some way. Maybe you guys just outgrew them, but whatever it is, I feel like you guys are definitely going to be getting a upgrade when it comes to friendships in your life. There's going to be a lot more people that love you. There could even be friends coming back from your past that know that they kind of like messed up, but really listen to your intuition when it comes to those people, because you guys are going through a major winning period here, and some people only like you when you're up, you know, and those aren't the kind of people that you want in your life. Like, you want the people that will stick with you regardless of if you guys are up or down, you know, they just want to help out. So I love this for you guys. Let's go on ahead and get some love radio messages here. Love radio, except it's gonna be Bimbo Bunny. My new playlist called Bimbo Bunny. I made it from this summer, so let's go on ahead and shuffle and see what messages come out for y'all today. In my head. Isn't that hilarious? Literally, in my head, overthinking. Stop overthinking. Because it says, don't tell me that it's in my head, in my head, in my head. I listened to the words you said, can't forget. Let me see. So say I've been lying. Got me crazy going out my mind. Like, I feel like you guys are just like going crazy, going out your mind. And you're like, spirit guys, like, don't tell me that I'm just in my head. Like, don't tell me. I don't see this shit happening for myself. Where is it? Like, I just get that energy from you guys. But your spirit guides are like, take a breath. Like, you're not in your head. This is validation that you are not in your head. And the more in your head that you get, the more that you can end up sabotaging situations for yourself. And and by sabotaging, like, it's not like, you can never come back from it, but it's more so just like, love yourself. Like, rather than sabotaging things, be like proud of yourself and happy for yourself and cheerleading yourself. You should always be your number one friend, your number one cheerleader, because you're a bad bitch. And who else is going to do that shit for you? Like, even if you have a partner, even if you have a best friend, they can't come into your job interview with you because that would be weird for some people. Like, for a lot of people, that would be weird. Like, your partner, your friend can't be there with you when you're going into these big moments in your life, as much as you want them to be. It's just not how the world works, and it's a little bit scary. But that is why you guys should always be your number one cheerleader, is because when you're in those situations and you're by yourself and you're alone, you end up being like, girl, hey, guy, hey, you got this. Hey, don't worry. Everything is going to be okay. I know it seems scary. Like, I know, everything could go wrong, but the fact is it's not. It's just simply not. Because here's exactly how it's going to go. Oh, and that was a post that I saw the other day, was about anxiety versus excitement, and how anxiety and excitement are actually the exact same emotion. They just have different thought patterns attributed to them. Because if you're feeling those physiological feelings of excitement or anxiety, if you are feeling excitement, then your thoughts are going to be a lot more positive and a lot happier and more reflective of the situation, versus if you are, feeling those feelings and you're feeling anxious, then your thoughts are going to be a lot more negative. Like, you're thinking about how this is going to go wrong and these people are going to be looking at you and everybody's going to be staring at you. But if you look at it like that, then that is going to keep giving you anxiety. But if you flip the emotions and the narrative and you say, hey, I hear you. Like, yeah, this is kind of a scary situation, but I know I got this. I know everything's going to work out perfectly because I got myself. And if something goes wrong, then I will handle that in the moment, because that's what I do, is I handle things. Like, I'm the handler, okay? You guys, the hamburglar, I don't know how it came into my head, but you guys literally are the handler. Like, you guys can handle anything that's thrown your way in a matter of seconds, just by taking a breath and looking hot. You guys handle it, okay? So don't ever feel like, you're doing a bad job because you're anxious. Because even though you're anxious, you're not doing a bad job. You're actually doing a great job. It's just your brain that's making you feel like you're doing a bad job, when in reality, yeah, everything is going perfect and everything's fine and everything's going to work out in your favor, okay? So just keep telling yourself that, because you guys are really, really, really in your head. You're big overthinkers. You've probably gone through it. You're probably holding on to that trauma from previous relationships not treating you the best, but you're really going to be coming into a winning season here, you guys. Things that you literally never thought could ever be possible for yourself is coming true. So get this hair out of here. There we go. Yeah, and I feel like you guys are really just like perfecting the situation too. Like, that's what this entire season, this next glow up era is for you guys to be perfecting that mentality of, I got this, okay? Anything is possible for me. I can do anything that I put my mind to because I said it. And if there's a problem, I will deal with it when it hits me right then and there. But otherwise, I'm not going to think about problems. I'm only going to think about positive outcomes for myself, because I am in my winning season. Yes. And that was another video that I watched on here too that was really, really good. It was about, it's your winning season, and how to basically enter a winning upward spiral versus a winning downward spiral. And it's all, again, attributed to your positive thoughts and your positive thinking. Like, if you lose a situation, then you kind of go into those other situations thinking, oh my gosh, like, what if I lose again? Am I just going to lose again? Is this just going to happen for me? But if you go into that thinking, okay, that was just a trial and error moment, let's go into this, let's win this, then you're more than likely going to win. And they've actually seen that like in studies that they've done with mice and fighting and stuff like that. And they've seen that the mice that go in winning end up winning every single match. They end up going after that. So it's all about just like loving yourself, celebrating your little small wins along the way, and recognizing that you've already got it in the bag. Like you've literally already done it. You're made for this. You're ready for this. Stop with the imposter syndrome. You're a hot bitch, okay? Yeah, and you're literally already doing it, okay? Like, I cannot stress that enough. You are already doing it. You do not need to change anything about yourself. You do not need to conform to anybody's standards or stereotypes about yourself. Shine. You are meant to stand out. You are meant to shine. And other people are just gonna, have to clap and watch from the sidelines. So, yes, Betties. Those are the messages that I got for you today. I love you all so much. Thank you all so much to everybody who chose pile number 2 today. If you enjoyed this reading, do not forget to subscribe. This is a beautiful place for all of the baddies that love tarot, that love psychics stuff, spiritual stuff, but they're also a little bit logical as well, because as you guys know, I do have my bachelor's degree in psychology, so I do really like to throw a lot of logic and detailed and try to make everything as accurate as I possibly can every single reading. So if this was accurate, if you liked it, definitely don't forget to leave a thumbs up and a comment letting me know down below. I love to read your guys' comments. Let's get to this next level of the glow up, okay? Yes, and if you made it this far in the reading, comment that shit. Comment, let's get to this next level in the glow up, because we're ready. We're ready for it. Yes, okay. But I love you all so much from the bottom of my titty heart. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you very, very soon, okay? Alrighty, and last but certainly not least, hello to my beautiful pile number 3 today. You chose the Star Mother. So how can you mother yourself, okay? So I really feel like you guys are going into a major period of self-care. I heard hermiting yourself. I saw going to the spa. I saw just doing a lot better with your skincare. You guys could be lacking in the hydration area. They just told me, so make sure that you are always staying hydrated. You're always hydrating your skin as well. It's very important to be moisturizing, spraying with a little rose water or anything like that should just really refresh your face and your skin and keep it as moist as possible, okay? Yeah, so there, I know, like, I don't know why that was like the first topic that they really wanted to bring up, but something about self-care is really huge for this pile, especially when it comes to mothering yourself too. So let's find out more about how can you mother yourself and what they want you to know about this glow up period. Okay, yeah, I'll take these two. Thank you so much for your guys. Ooh, yes, my favorite card in the entire pile, the Peony. And Morning Glory, yes. So prosperity, good luck, love, honor, and bashfulness, as well as royalty, deep emotions, and infinite love. Yes. So kind of similar to what I talked about in pile number 1, that's about like really respecting your childhood self, okay? This is all about just like loving and remembering like the things that you loved as a child. Like, what did you do? Did you color? Did you play outside in the sticks in the mud? Did you play baseball? Like, I don't know. Like, there's so many different things. Read a ton. Like, what did you enjoy as a child? For me, like, I spend so much of my time playing soccer and watching the Disney Channel. Like, I could literally probably recite so much of the Disney Channel. It's like ridiculous. Maybe I should have spent my time on other things, but I really do love the way that it like shaped my personality and made me like the person that I am. And so that's one of the things that I love is like going back and watching some of those childhood movies, or watching some of those childhood shows and seeing like what it was about the characters that I really admired as a kid, and then trying to be more like those people. Like, for example, I just watched the Cheetah Girls the other day, and like, You know, it's so interesting when you go back and you rewatch something as an adult that you watched as a child, because you get something completely different out of it than when you first saw it. Like when you first saw it, you probably loved it because of the characters or the music or the costumes or the setting or other things like that. But then when you realize, like you rewatch it, you actually get to know like the plot more and the characters, and you're like, what is happening? Like, I find that a lot of the people that I look up to in shows actually had great fashion. So that's one of the things that I really look for in my life right now, and how to mother myself and how to really love that younger version of myself, is to be more fashionable and to love fashion in those ways. So just kind of like little things like that. And you know, I used to love playing soccer. Now I love watching it. I love going to the pubs and, you know, feeling the energy of everybody just so revved up from the game and getting to drink beer. Like, I love that. I don't know why. I'm like such a feminine little girly girl, but that's just something that makes my heart so happy, is seeing something that I used to love and watching other people that now get to do that for a living. Like, it's so weird. It's so random. But yeah, so really just like mothering yourself. And I keep coming up with examples here, but I feel like this is really just like speaking to people. So I'm sorry if you guys are like example overload, but I'm the type of person that like, I love examples. Like, give me more, be more specific, because I cannot do instructions. Like, I mean, like, I can do instructions. Like, I want instructions. But if you, like, miss something, like, or leave something out, then, like, I can't do that. Okay, like, okay, whatever. But anyways, so the other example would be, like, I'm taking ballet now as an adult, and it was something that I always wanted to do. I was kind of, like, jealous of one of my friends because she was in ballet growing up, and I really, really just wanted to do it because of, like, the grace and the elegance and the beauty and, like, just the costumes were so stunning, and I never pushed myself to do it. Like, I don't know why. I just, you know, it was kind of expensive, especially for my family at the time. So just, it wasn't in the stars for me then. But now that I'm an adult, I can do anything. I can do anything. So kind of think like that. Like, what does your childhood self want to do? What is something like a class? Do you want to take a cooking class? Do you want to take a pottery class? Do you want to read every single book from your childhood that was your favorite in like a series or something like that? Like, what sparks joy in your life? What lights you up? That is what you need to start doing. And that really makes you think about childhood and like living out some of the things that you never got to experience, never got to do. Or, you know, like they showed me in my mind, like some of you guys could be thinking about like watching, okay, for some reason they showed me Step Up in my mind, so like the dancing, but I also saw clubbing scenes, like watching those in a movie. And so they're basically saying that like you guys could have like maybe seen that as a kid, like somebody partying in New York City at like a club and just having such a good time, and then like flash forward to now you're an adult, and like, that's not something that you could have done as a kid, you know, but now you can do that. Now you can go clubbing and you can have fun and you can go to New York City. You can save up for it and splurge and have like a little fun date and just like live your life now, you know, like, yeah, and really try to see the world with more of a childlike sense of wonder is what I was going to try to say. Like, just let life light you up again. Look at every single aspect of your life and just feel so happy and so elated that you even get to exist on this planet and that you even get to try and experience new things, whether that be something as simple as like a cold glass of Coca-Cola on ice, or something as extravagant as traveling, backpacking all over Europe, you know, like that kind of energy. And we also have rebirth and return of happiness here. So I really feel like you guys are going to start to feel happy again, which I love. Or yeah, because you guys maybe could have gone through a period of just like sadness where I just hear like major people pleasing, like that's kind of what all of these piles have given me, but for different reasons, like for different ways of people pleasing. Like the first pile was very like family, friends, like there's some external. The other one was more like internal. And this one feels like it's like, you just, weren't aware of it. Like, you weren't really aware that this is something that you can do. And it's kind of fun. And it's exciting to be able to, like, go out. Yeah, like, I'm even seeing, like, High School Musical and stuff like that. Like, you guys could just be so excited to go out and to meet people and to try new things. Like, it's a little bit scary, but it's worth it because you're going to come back with so many new experiences and, like, inspirations to share with other people and to get other people to maybe do the same thing. Yeah, Seven of Swords is here. Yeah, they're saying it's almost like a reclamation of, like, your childhood in a way. Like, it's not, but it is, like, you guys probably did have a really great childhood. You were probably quite blessed. And if you didn't, then I'm sorry for sure, but this could definitely be, like, your sign that you're maybe looking back on your childhood and just kind of, like, blaming things or feeling like, why did I miss out on this? But you missed out on it because you're supposed to do it now. Like, now is the time to do it. You're never too old to have fun and to play with life and to mother yourself again and to stand up for yourself and say, like, no, I love cosplaying because I like dressing up. I loved playing dress up as a kid, and now I love doing it as an adult, okay? Like, that is something that sparks joy in my life, right? Like, that can be, like, you guys. Like, that's your example, you could be a cosplayer. You could want to cosplay. You could want to dress up as somebody else or cut off all of your hair, dye it blue, and move into Seattle and start a band or, like, something like that, like, what is going to be fulfilling for you guys? Deep emotions here and royalty and infinite love. Like, you guys have so much love for yourself. It's never ending. It is never ending, the amount of love for yourself. And that is the true magic of the universe. On top of that, we also have the moon here and the Hierophant. I'm sorry, it sounded like, got a little wigged because it's dark in here and I thought I heard movement, but yeah, I do get medium readings and impressions too, so this is just kind of like your guys' sign too that, like, if you wake up and you're thinking about somebody in the middle of the night and they've passed over, like, they're probably wanting to tell you something or wanting to get your attention for some reason. So just keep that in mind. Like, they're never wanting to, like, scare you guys. That's the biggest thing that, like, is the biggest reason why people's loved ones, like, don't come through is because, like, A, your expectations are too high, or B, like, you've got a lot of other things going on, like, or C, they don't want to freak you out. So yeah, but they always are coming in true love and true light. And yeah, so that could definitely be, like, a very specific message for somebody out there. But anyways, continuing on with the reading in this next season of your glow up, it's going to be all about mothering yourself, okay? Taking it to the next level and moving quickly with the Chariot here, okay? There's no time for slow action. Don't hesitate, bitch. Take it. Take the job. Take the train. Take the fucking plane. Get the fuck out of here. Like, that's really what I'm hearing. It's like the Chariot here is meant for movement. It's meant for travel. So maybe you guys are being called to travel someplace, move someplace. That's why, like, I keep hearing, like, move to Seattle, move to New York City, go to New York City, travel to London, travel to a beach, go to Saudi Arabia. Like, I don't know. There's so many different places that are just, like, coming into my mind. Like, you guys could definitely just be called to go to places. So get out there, travel. This is your sign. I feel like your glow up is definitely going to come through traveling, and it doesn't always have to be expensive traveling too. Like, discover your own city, become a tourist within your own city, see what you can't find hidden within your little town and everything. With the moon here, I feel like you guys are really just going to be full of mystery. Like, people are not going to know what to expect next from you guys, and I think that's really fun and that's really exciting. Like, you guys are kind of being spontaneous, and maybe that's something that you guys are like, okay, well, I don't know how to be spontaneous, and you guys might be like me again, where you just, like, need an instruction manual, like, for life, basically. Like, I wish sometimes that there was an instruction manual for life that literally told me, okay, here's your next step, here's your next step, here's your next step after that, here, because, like, this whole unknown thing is, like, kind of scary with life. But I feel like this was sort of your instruction manual for, like, being more spontaneous with your life and getting the fuck out there, because that's what you're supposed to be doing, okay? And the way that you can be more spontaneous is to mother yourself and to work worship your inner child and listen to your inner child and do the things that your inner child is requesting and asking you to do. Because like if a kid in your life was like, and some of you guys might be like indifferent, okay? But say for instance, there was a kid in your life that you just loved, you admired, you really, really respected them. They're such a great kid. They're such a great kid, you know? And this kid comes to you and this kid's like, yo, like, can we go out for ice cream? And you literally are like, no. Like imagine you're just like, no, fuck you. Like get out of here, kid. What are you talking about? No, like let's not go get ice cream. Like that's kind of what the universe is saying that like you're kind of doing to your inner child. Is you're just like rejecting them like flat out without even like hearing them out, you know? Like like just that should be your visualization though. Like whenever you guys are saying no to yourself, you're really like screaming no at that child version of yourself, okay? And that could be another thing too. You guys can set your wallpaper as a picture of your childhood self. So then every single time that you're looking at your phone, you're checking your phone, you're thinking about, okay, who am I really pleasing here? Is it somebody else or is it my childhood self? Like, is this really aligned with what I felt really soulfully called to do in this lifetime? Is this really what lights me up? Or is this what other people are just asking me to do? Or what, you know, I kind of got stuck on or whatever. You know, like that's just kind of the energy. But that is what I want you guys to think of literally every single time that you guys are faced with like a little whisper in your heart, a little sparkle in your soul that's like, hey, I want to go horseback riding. Like, take me horseback riding, please. Like, that is your sign to then listen to that and be like, okay, we're going. I'm saving up, kid. Let's go. Pack your bags. Let's go. Woo! So that's the kind of energy. I'm hoping to kind of like pass through some of that through the phone. Get you guys excited here. Yeah. Woo! Okay. So I was called to two in this one, Door and Dragon. So Door invites you to step into a new chapter in life. It also refers to a wide range of possibilities. Yeah, so there are so many new possibilities in your life. Yeah, if you guys are ever feeling stuck or stagnant, I feel like that's a lot of the energy of this reading today. It was just stuck, stagnant, I'm stuck. Really just like listen to yourself. What do you want to do? Are you sitting at home on your couch when you should be doing your makeup and hitting the town, bitch? Like, are you sitting on your ass when you should be getting up and making that website, building that business, you know, making that song? What is your heart and your soul calling you to do? And also we have Dragon. This symbol represents sudden changes. So I feel like this reading did not just come across your path, you know, for nothing. This reading came across your path because right after this, you guys are going to start making some changes immediately. And I mean sudden, immediately. You know, people might be caught off guard. People might be thrown for surprise. But this is the pile of spontaneity. If it comes on your path and it feels like, you know what, that's something that I've always wanted to do, or hey, yeah, I did want to try that. You know, even if it costs a little bit of money, it's worth it. It is so worth it, because here's the thing that I see today, right? I see a world that's just full of overconsumption. You need this product. You need this product. You need product to be this person. You need this outfit. You need this, you know, water bottle to be cool. You need this bullshit stuff that is not going to do anything for you in the long term, right? Ultimately, we need to start taking and putting our money into experiences and things that are going to drive our soul, okay? Now, that being said, if the stuff isn't just stuff, it's like, again, your favorite book series from your childhood that you gave away and you were like, why did I do that? Because now I want to reread it. This is your sign to get that book series again, because that is buying into an experience. And that is really what this glow up chapter is about. It's about spontaneity. It's about experience. It's about adventure. Bitch, get out there. That is what this entire lifetime is for. It's literally for experiences. And I literally see sudden change. So I see some of you guys like booking plane tickets as we're watching this video, and I am applauding you. I am, woo, let's go. I'm coming with you. You're taking me. I'm going in the suitcase, okay? I am the phone. I will be there with you, okay? But yeah, you guys are taking me to Punta Cana. Like, I don't know where we're going, but we're going, okay? I'm gonna be right there with you. So don't don't ever feel afraid. If you guys have to do it alone, do it alone. If you don't want to do it alone because you're too afraid, there are now, like, I literally just saw a website that is fully dedicated to solo travelers that want to find a group of people that's going to the same place. That, like, you don't have to be a part of a group to do. You don't have to, like, pay, you know, subscription or whatever. I don't know. But you basically, like, just get to hop into groups and be like, okay, yeah, like, I'm gonna go with this group. This feels comfortable. We're all going to the same place, you know? Like, we might be strangers, but we're here seeking adventure. And that is really what's going to make this lifetime amazing and incredible. Yeah, and I see some of these adventures actually ending up inspiring you guys to write books, write about blogs, write about your experience, take Instagram photos of landscapes, like fly all over the world. Yeah, and that's another thing that I just saw the other day too, is if you guys like have a travel bug in your soul, but traveling is just not something that's like super affordable for you guys, consider becoming a flight attendant, okay? Because you actually end up getting to fly all over the world for free. You get a ton of free flights. You get to bring family members with you. It's competitive pay. It's a harder job to get into, but if you are passionate about traveling and you have a beautiful soul, that is going to shine through and you guys will get that job, okay? If it is made for you. Maybe even think about getting your pilot's license. I know multiple people that have their pilot's license and they are thriving. They love it. They can fly themselves wherever they want to go, okay? So, just some things to keep in mind, but let's go on ahead. I want to get one more of these for you guys too. Knots and tangles. This represents a source of unnecessary tension and anxiety. What is interfering in your progress and taking up all of your energy? You will achieve success if you relax. Ooh, I love this message so much, you guys. You have no idea. I love this message. Yeah, literally, if you guys just relax, if you guys just take like a second to like give yourself an expensive gift of some kind. Like, I don't know, I'm just like being so pulled to like tell you guys this, but it's okay. Like, it's okay. This experience is worth it. Stop causing all of this unnecessary tension and anxiety in your life. Yeah. And figure out what is eating up all of your energy. Is it this job that you're at? Is it this partner that you're with? Is it this friend that you're with? Is it the fact that you're not traveling? Is it the fact that you're sitting at home and feeling like there's nothing for you to do when in reality there's a ton of free events out there that you can literally go to all the time, literally in your city? Like, pick up a newspaper, go to your city's website, go to Facebook and just see what kind of events are happening in your area. Like, this life is so full of opportunities. There are opportunities everywhere. And yeah, so full disclosure, I live in the Midwest. And so some of the opportunities here, they kind of like showed me this, like, basically, like, I went out of town the other day and I saw that they were having a dairy convention. Okay, this is what living in the Midwest is like. This is what some of the opportunities are like in my area. So that is why it's important for somebody like me that's used to these kind of opportunities in my area to then get outside of this area to go see what other opportunities lie out there beyond, because there's only like so much that you can do in your area. And again, that being said, you can always be a tourist. You could always try to explore, find new hidden places, find new hidden treasures and things. But yeah, it's always worth it to spend a little bit extra money if it means like getting a good experience out of life, okay? So don't feel afraid to give yourself a little bit of an expensive gift here, meaning travel. Try not to be so material, again, or books or painting lessons, pottery lessons, a laptop so you can write your whatever. So you can write your book or your blog, or start taking pictures, like an iPad, so that way you can write your book and take pictures, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, just start getting like down and dirty with it. DIY. How can you create the most with what you have right now in your life? And how are you neglecting what you have right now in your life when you actually should be using that to your advantage? Okay? Yes. All right. But let's move on to your little bit of love radio here, which is actually going to be from my Bimbo Bunny playlist. So let's go on ahead and shuffle this and see what kind of messages we get for y'all today. Alrighty. Boop. Saving Flowers. Yes. By Rina Sawayama. I love her and salute. So, oh, okay. So this song is basically about like, yeah, saving all my flowers for you to find. Waiting for this moment to come true, saving all my flowers for you to fly. Okay. Oh my God, that's funny that they're literally saying for you to fly. So it's almost like they're kind of alluding to you guys like saving up to maybe have a trip or to do something more spontaneous, or saving up, or you guys have been saving up and so now it's time to execute. Or maybe you guys like are just kind of hoarding money in your savings account when you should be using that to experience new things. Yeah. Some hissing going on this end. Yeah, waiting for this moment to come true. Quit waiting for this moment to come true. Start making this moment come true for yourself, okay? Like, see it happening, make it happen. Stop waiting. The spontaneity, the unknown is the beauty and the magic of life, okay? But we'll keep going. And I saw that Charge It is next. So this is Any featuring Smino, which I love him. Okay, let me scroll to a random part and see if I'm like kind of drawn to an area. Confidence, killing 'em softly. Why you do 'em dirty? You wildin', I had to. Yeah, so that's really interesting too. It's like, I feel like you guys are just gonna be stepping into this major period of like confidence. You guys are gonna be so hot and just really pleasing yourself, and people are gonna be asking you like, okay, well, why are you going here? Because I have to. Like, that should be your only reason. It's like, because I literally have to. I have to get out. I have to experience some new things. I have to try something new. I have to have some sort of sense of adventure in my life. So I love this so much for you guys. I feel like you're really coming into this beautiful period of winning for yourself. So if you enjoy this, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Especially if you guys like, you know, glowing up, spirituality, psychic readings, but especially with a twist of logic implemented into that, because I do have my bachelor's degree in psychology. So you know that I'm always going to be providing you guys with the most accurate readings as possible. Like, me and my spirit guides, they are so intelligent, they're so strong, they're so witty and fun, and so it just really makes this so much fun. And I'm so happy that I can be here just supporting you guys throughout your entire journey, and I'm so happy that you guys can be here supporting me throughout mine, because I definitely am going to make it to 100K next year. Okay, let's get it. Write it down, bitches. Write it down. 100K. Okay, but I love you all so much from the bottom of my titty heart. I'm praying that this brought you some clarity, and I will see y'all very soon. Okay.